Hi, my name's Duncan from SSW, and in this quick video I'm going to do an assessment of ZenDesk to see if it's going to be suitable for us to use at SSW. So I have a couple of set requirements though, so let's look at what we've got at the moment as a knowledge base and what we're trying to achieve with ZenDesk. So here's the knowledge base, what you can see that we have on our current site. It's just running in VB with an ASPX page here with web forms, and basically you can come in and you could choose a product and then you can search across that product, and then it's going to take you out to Google to the actual right spot in the search. But it's actually currently broken, which is one of the reasons why we're assessing ZenDesk. Now, ZenDesk is a service that you can pay for to be able to get a full suite of tools for being able to do support for your products or even potentially your services. What we actually want is we want to be able to have a knowledge base where we can look up our products, because we're not interested in this for our services, just for the products that SSW sell. We want to be able to search across the knowledge base. Otherwise, we'll just use our own, custom bespoke knowledge base, but search is difficult, so we want good search. And we want to be able to do support tickets as well. So it's not just knowledge base, we actually want to be able to use the support desk. So if someone asks SSW for support on something like TimePro, then that would get recorded as a ticket in ZenDesk or whichever service we use, and would work with that. But we also want to be able to vote for features on our products like you would do with something like user voice. So this is all part of our assessment. We want to see what ZenDesk does for those things. So this is the ZenDesk homepage. And you can see here that it's for dealing with customers, and there's kind of main product areas they deal with. So there's the support desk, there's a help center, which is kind of like the knowledge base, and these are the two main things we're looking at. But there's also chat, so people can pop open a chat window and get instant chat support. There's talk, so you can actually have a voice conversation like you would with Skype with someone to get support. And then there's messaging through messaging chats through Facebook and those sorts of channels. And then there's some other things around connecting and exploring who's doing what and what's happening with your service from ZenDesk. But we're really just looking at this support here in this help center. So the support stuff, if we come over and look at the help center information here, is one of the things we're interested in. Basically, someone will be able to submit a ticket. We'll be able to get like a little web helper icon at the bottom. I'm not sure if it'll pop up here on this page. If I was to go to contact us, or maybe if I was to log in, I'll be able to see it. But if I come over and have a look here, this is some of the more information they have on the site showing an example of the dashboard. But what I did is I basically went and logged in already and made a trial account here. So in the trial account, this is kind of the look that you would have. It was pretty easy to get to this point. I've actually used ZenDesk before, and yeah, it's pretty much straightforward what you want to do, everything you're going to need to do with someone submitting a ticket, someone replying, and so forth. This is an idea of the chat app that I was talking about here, so I could come in here and ask a question with the chat, which was super useful when having a look at ZenDesk itself and asked it like 20 questions on the chat and got instant responses. So that was really good. So that's this kind of ticketing system, which I'm sure ZenDesk would excel at, and I've used a little bit in the past. The other thing that we wanted to do was have this kind of knowledge base. So here is an example knowledge base that I went and set up here with very basic theming, as if it was an SSW one, and this is kind of what you get out of the box. And you can kind of name it and come look at frequently asked questions here and get the information that you might have, and then you've got the full search functionality. I guess a better way to look at this is looking at someone that's already done one and themed it. So this is the one that I got from ZenDesk support people when they said, do you have an example? So I could come in here and we could see, two different products here, and then they've got a whole bunch of kind of key things for learning about features and so forth. And then I guess you could search. So let's just search for something like app and see what it says here. So I'm going to search for app, and then it will show me all the results for that. So I think it's going to be great if we could style this to look like the SSW of what we want. But what we have to remember is you can't just go embed like a little app or an iframe in our knowledge base here, we can have the little helper box that would pop up and we can chat and do other things and navigate. But we can't just stick it in here. It's going to have to be a navigate over to our own chat desk or our own knowledge base like this would be. And we could have a URL that would be something like help.ssw.com.au. So we can have our own custom URL, but it will be on a page that we style to be a knowledge base. So the knowledge base will be pretty good. I've got no doubt that we can get the knowledge base done here. So then the next thing that comes into it is voting for features. So what we'd love to have is what we've used a lot before with Microsoft products is this user voice voting. So the way that works is you can make your own kind of custom layout here, and then you've got this very cool voting system. So you can come in here and say that I want to vote for certain features. So this is the Xbox voting. You can search or add votes and look for what's hot and so forth and vote for these things. So when you think about this for ZenDesk, then this is what it looks like, this product feedback page. You can come in here and you could open up one of the feedback sections, and then you could come in and say that you want to vote up or down. To me, it's not as slick and easy as the user voice one, but maybe I've already used user voice a lot, so I'm kind of used to it and I'll get used to this one. But there is kind of the functionality to leave comments and so forth and vote up and down and be able to see what's been voted for. So we can get it all in the one box. So let's talk about price here for a second because that becomes part of the deal here. So there's different pricing for different features. So if we want to do the support and knowledge base thing, then this is the pricing here. We pretty much, I don't think we're going to be able to get away with the $5 a month one. And this is per head, per user. So if SSW had, say, 10 or 20 users, or maybe 5 people doing support, we have to think about that because it would be the price times 5. So this one won't allow us to do any custom styling. So this is pretty much the one we want, which is $19 a head. And then we can do the custom styling. So that's something we need to consider in the price. But this $20 a head doesn't, per a month, doesn't also include the other things. So if we wanted to be able to chat with our customers and have the chat pop up in the bottom of the window, then we need to also consider adding to that another $11 per user per month. And then if we wanted to do chat, calling or talking or like Skype with our customers, then we have another plan and another price per user per head. And so we need to consider that if we want to do that. But I don't think we really need the calling and the chatting software. I think because we don't get enough traffic right now for our support desk, I think we really probably just need the knowledge base and the email ticketing of support here versus being able to live chat. So for me, I think that ZenDesk is going to be great. It's got a long reputation. It's been around for a while. It's very popular. It does everything we need it to do. I guess it really comes down to price because there are other people that we could use like Freshdesk or User Voice or Desk, or there was about 4 or 5 that looked very good as well. But I think this would be a great option. I guess it all comes down to how many users we're going to have and what's the return on our investment for using it.